All right, so we're just getting loaded up here. I've got a small ladder. I extrapolated a max charge of this. I'm pretty sure that Accurate2495 is pretty much 4895 IMR. They look the same, they smell the same, they act the same, they're right next door to each other in the burn rate chart. A lot of these powders are just different names and different lot numbers and different sales people of the same chemical made in a chemical plant, kind of like BLC2 and Winchester 748, etc. I wouldn't like completely rely on that, but that's why we're going to shoot a ladder. We're going to shoot from 42 grains to 44 grains and see how this goes. So I've trimmed my brass. So I annealed it, sized it, trimmed it, loaded my loads, seated bullets, and then I came back and pulled my seating stem all the way up and then taper crimped every cartridge because I don't have a Lee factory crimp die for 308. And so that's what we're going to do. My lands with this particular bullet are at 2.840, and that's overall length, and then to my ogive is 2.909, and my load 2.750 is optimized to where the corner of the boat tail and bearing surface are right at the case neck shoulder junction. So you can see that illustrated much better here. So this, as you can see, that junction, that's the lands right there. And I have these actually seated to right about here. And I found that no matter what I do, no matter how much I try to chase the lands and play with anything, this seems to be optimum. And everything always seems to shoot the best when I try to get either my flat base or my boat tail and bearing surface corner right at this junction, unless the bullets are too long, in which case then I start focusing on jump to the lands. But I feel like it's of note that my jump to the lands is 94 thousandths. And so we'll just see how she goes. I've got a target drawn up, and these are about 3/4 inch diamonds, and I've got the rifle cleaned, and we're gonna go shoot. Brass looks pretty good. Right at about second highest, third highest charge, we started to get a little primer cratering. Nothing serious. Alright, so real quick before we call her a day on this, one last quick little overview. This was Accurate2495. Here's a little bit of it in the tip of a screwdriver. It's looks identical to 4895. Said it before. I think it might be the same stuff, or at least it's a very good clone of 4895. Similar results, similar burn rate, and with the Speer 168 hollow point boat tail. So starting with 42.0 grains, we got 1.28 inch group. That's off of our 5 shots right here. And the gun was clean and cold, so I had a 6th one, and that was my clean cold fouling shot. And still looks pretty okay. Next, at 42.5 grains, we had a 1.5 inch group with this flyer here, and a best 4 into 0.75. For 43.0 grains, our best 4 went into 1/2 inch, and we had this flyer still under an inch, a 0.935 inch group. 43.5 grains, we had a 0.525 inch group, and if I was to do a best 4 on this one, it would be under 1/4 inch. So if I can bring that flyer in, we're really sitting pretty. And at 44.0, which was my max charge, we got a 2.3 inch group overall, and our best 4 went into 1.2. So I'm going to explore 43.5 grains, play around a little bit with seating depth. I'm not going to deviate far from those corners matching up, but I will go 5 to 10 to 15 thousandths one way or the other and see if it makes a difference. And I'm pretty sure we've got our load for the Speer hollow point boat tails. I will load up 20 of these and clean the gun and do a clean cold 20 round verification group coming up real quick. I really like that this is dead on windage with my 0 of the rifle. I'll just need to come up 1.25 minutes. And this is a really good load. This is better than the other, so I might just prefer this anyways. I don't have velocities for any of this because it was late in the day and it was raining. I didn't want to put the chronograph out, but when I shoot my 20 shot group, I will go ahead and get chrono readings of this, so that way, obviously I'm trying to shoot this long range, I'll need to know that. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for coming out.